Hello, people. What is going on? Welcome back to the player ratings. West Ham United 2, Manchester United 1 with Lucas. Lucas, how are you doing after that, mate?
I am good. Finally happy to get something off the board. We're off the mark a bit. And, yeah, I really didn't get to explain much on the afterthought because I was busy with mates and I wanted to at least give my word on it. But all in all, no matter how meticulous our complaints or our opinions may be on the match, overall, I'm so happy to get 3 points off the board. And let's be honest, if we had to pick one of the three clubs within our next three matches, this one, Forest and Everton, we all know who we really want to beat the most. So
yeah,
we beat the London Reds, short trip home for them after the match. So you know how it is.
I'm going to be honest before we get started. What a tale of two halves, mate. Like, first half, completely shit. Second half, completely good.
Story all year, mate. And we've said it. I've said it a load of times. I think that's just how it's going to be this season. Like, you just got to catch us on the right day. Hopefully, one day the second half is our better half. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. I really hope that I'm just hoping one of these times we can take some momentum from one of these matches going into the next one, because we've yet to do that yet so far. So
I think before we get into the ratings, I will say one thing. The second half performance felt different than any other one. Like, it felt like when we come out, we had a right good go and we looked like a decent side in the second half. Like, I'm not going to lie. But the Jackal and idleness is very, very worrying. I can't deny that also. Let's start off with Lucas Fabianski in goal. Lucas, what you saying?
I thought he was decent today. I thought he was a bit shaky, controlling his box a little bit, in my opinion. But I don't know. I thought his saves today were a bit easy. He did have one really good save that I can't exactly remember. I think it was in the first half, but I can't remember if it was the one that ended up being offsides or I can't remember. He had one really good save, but the other one's pretty straightforward, right at him. His distribution today wasn't too bad. All in all, a good match to see Lucas Fabianski back.
What did you think, before you rate him, what did you think of that Darlow miss? He comes out and he's nowhere to be seen.
It's a tough one, really, because it's a goalkeeper, right? Or even what you prefer from a goalkeeper. Really, in that kind of position, his main objective is to put the defender off. Because if I recall correctly, he was a bit outside the box, so it's not like he can literally put his hand down and save it. And you're not going to tackle him either, because you know how the refs are nowadays. That could have been a red if he catches him. So really, the main objective for him in that position is just put him off as much as you can, and he did to an extent. And we were very fortunate, obviously, to not concede there, but it didn't happen. So I don't know. I didn't think he was like unreal today by any means. I'd probably give him I don't know. It could be harsh. I'll give him like a strong 6.
I'm with you on this. Strong 6, close to a 7. Yeah, I think the goal we can't do nothing about. I don't think him in the first half was bad, but I think our defence was bad. Do you know what I'm saying? And that was where the problems were, and our midfield, right? So yeah, I'll give him a strong 6 for me. I thought he done all right. Let's move on to this man, Wan-Bissaka, against his former club. I'll go first this one. I thought it was excellent today. I thought it was really good. Second half, especially. First half, not so much. But this system, what Lopetegui's trying to play, it keeps putting him out of position all the time, and he's having to run backwards every single time. Am I going to give him? Do you know what? I'm giving him an 8 today. I thought second half he was decent, Lucas. I'm not going to lie. And he was getting forward and he was trying to make things happen. And defensively, there was actually a chance in the second half where he actually clears it he's like in midair basically.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that was
8 out of
that
10.
was excellent. It's a weird one for me. It's a weird one because I did not. I thought he was pretty good today. I'll be honest, but it's just I don't know. For me, I've always said this, and I've said this a lot of times. I think it's easy to tell when a player is being hindered by tactics or if he's just playing badly. And today, I thought Wan-Bissaka was pretty good, but the tactics let him down a lot because I said it on the afterthought, and I don't know if anyone agreed with me because I couldn't see the chat, but he had a lot of the ball today in important areas, which I'm not the biggest fan of because he's not the most creative player. His crossing isn't that great. His passing in general isn't that great. But he always kept finding himself in important areas where we would like a Bowen or Paqueta to put in a crucial ball in. And I'm not blaming the quality of his passes or anything on him. He just doesn't have that in his locker. So to me, that's a tactical issue. But defending, I thought he was pretty good today. Again, we all know the score with this guy. One-on-one defending is brilliant. His positioning isn't the greatest, but because he's such a good one-on-one defender, you can give him a bit of leadway sometimes when he's not 100% always in the correct position for defending. But I don't know. I thought he was pretty good today. And that tackle towards the end of the match, wow. If he didn't make that tackle, who knows what would have happened towards the end. But yeah, looking at his stats, I'm gonna give him a 7. I thought he was good today. I don't disagree with the 8 really, but all in all, I thought he was good. I think he deserves some praise today.
Let's move on to the next man.
Mr. Mavropanos.
I don't know what to say on this one because he shouldn't have been starting in the first place. Now, rumor has it, and I've got no sources other than the ones in the kitchen. He failed a late fitness test, but then if he Todibo, but if he did, then how comes he come on at half time?
Yeah,
right?
It's weird, but at the same time, let's be honest, playing 90 minutes is a bit different than 45. So who knows what could have happened if we did give him the nod in the first half. He could have come up injured or something, but I don't know. It was a weird one. I'll tell you what, I really think rating our defenders this season is going to be really tough because of the way our midfield is and how bad we are in transition and getting back. It's tough because what do you expect more out of your defenders when you're getting countered time and time and time and time again, especially when you're outnumbered 2v3, 1v2? What more can you ask from your guys unless they're Virgil or Saliba? You know what I mean? So
I agree on that.
Mavropanos, I thought he was okay. I thought it was so harsh for him to get that yellow. I'm so sick and tired of these delayed offsides. I know that the linesmen are being told to do that, but they need the Premier League, the FA, whoever, they need to fix that immediately because that yellow card he got is an absolute disgrace. Literally, if the linesman puts his flag up 15 seconds before when Garnacho was actually offsides, he doesn't make that tackle on him. And the fact that he did get a yellow for the tackle when he was offsides is basically null and void to me. I don't know if I'm missing a particular rule or something very minuscule within the rules on that, but I think that's ridiculous. Shout out to the liners today. Absolute shit. Mavropanos, I thought he was okay. He only played a half. I'd probably give him a high 5.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10, mate. I thought he wasn't all that myself. It's not his fault. It's just that the defense was just shit. But so yeah, I make mine pretty short and sweet. I give him a 5.
All right, let's move on to Mr. Consistent so far this season, Max Kilman. I'll let you go first.
I thought he had a mixed game today, mate. Big time. I thought first half he was a bit all over the place. Second half he was a lot better. There was times where he was passing the ball. If I've got this right, it's either him or Guido. I don't know which one it was, but someone passed the ball into midfield and it got dispossessed and they countered it straight away, United. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? We can't seem to get our passing going. I thought second half he was better. I thought he looked a lot better with Todibo next to him. I thought Todibo covered him and sort of allowed like Kilman to be a bit better. And Wolves fans said this to us. Sometimes Kilman needs someone next to him who can basically be that vocal point or that strong defender, that class defender. I'm gonna say a high 6 for me. Right? Hold on. No, I'll give him a 6, just a 6. Sorry. Yeah, I thought first half was a bit not for me.
Yeah. Again, for me, it's so tough to judge our back four when just our midfield is just not great at getting back in transition, and when they give the ball away. So I don't know. I thought Max Kilman was all right today. I thought he was probably a bit better than Mavropanos because he played a full match and he got more into it. Obviously, played 90 minutes, so I'll probably give Kilman a 6. But I mean, he only misplaced 2 passes all match. His long balls were decent. 5 recoveries, 12 defensive actions, 1 for 2 in his ground duels. I mean, again, it's so far early days with Lopetegui. It's just hard for me to pin blame or criticize our center halves when we're just getting countered to all fuck.
True.
So I'll give him a 6.
6 out of 10. It's code to Emerson. I thought I'll go first on this one. He should have scored in the second half. Yeah. He does that run, and I'm thinking to myself, please, Emerson, just bury this, and we can all rest easy. Great shot, mind, but I thought he was excellent, especially in the second half. Right, first half, I don't know in the first half because he was a bit. Another one that was trying to get out, trying to make runs, and then they just counter us all the time. What are you saying, Lucas?
For me, I didn't think he was as good as Wan-Bissaka, but I still thought he was pretty good. He did make a few nice individual runs. Defending was a bit mixed today, and there was a few moments during the match where him and Paqueta looked decent out on the left, but Paqueta, we'll get to him obviously, and we'll get to Lopetegui. I don't know what on earth that cameo was today, I'll be honest with you. And the tactics around that cameo was a bit bewildering, if you ask me. But yeah, I thought he was decent. I gave Wan-Bissaka a 7. I'll probably give Emerson. I'd probably give him a strong 6 or maybe a 7. I'd probably stick with a strong 6 just because I keep Emerson to a high standard because I really do think he's a good player. So I'll probably give him a strong 6.
I will go with a 7. I think I'm going to say a 7 because the second half I thought he was very good. I thought he linked up very well with Summerville.
His crossing, I know his crossing it's not his strong suit, but his crossing also was not very good today. It's not good.
I'm going to give him a 7. As I say, Summerville, I thought he worked well with. I thought he looked quite threatening. Emerson down that left-hand side. So, yeah. 7 for me.
We'll move on to Edson Alvarez. I'll go first.
Is it his fault though, Lucas? That's the problem right here, because I know like the side there, because I get it, but he was so exposed today.
Yeah, and it's not all his fault. It's just again these ratings are so tough because of just how we play, and like I always tell you, midfield is the most important thing to me, and our midfield just like it's still an absolute mystery for some reason. Like I don't know, it was weird. First half not great, second half a lot better. But Edson Alvarez, I thought he was. Oh man, again, it's just a tale of two halves, isn't it? Like the stats aren't bad. He had 8 recoveries, 8 defensive actions, 3 interceptions. He had a block, 3 for 3 in his accurate long balls, 89% pass accuracy. Like the stats say he had a good game, and I don't think he was terrible by any means, but I don't know, just that midfield organization and what Lopetegui wants from it is just an absolute mess. And I'll probably give Alvarez. I'll give him a 6.
I I thought second half. I thought it's yet again it's Jack and I performance. First half, I thought we was getting cut through, but he can't cover everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He just can't. He's virtually impossible.
And with Guido in there, you're not expecting Alvarez to be on the ball and do everything. That's Rodriguez's job. So
Yeah,
Alvarez, in terms of being the defensive midfielder, being a bit of the anchor, cleaning up the mess, he had a good match, but I don't know about like 7 good. So
nah, yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm gonna give him a 6. I thought first half amount of time that he covered that sort of inside third man run where he was coming down the wing and he slide across and he let it go out for a corner. It's a problem in midfield. It really is. And it ain't. I'm sorry, but when people knock him, I don't think he's the problem. I think there's other people in there that's more of the problem than Alvarez to a point. So yeah, make mine short and sweet. Give him a 6. Standard performance, solid. You know what I mean?
All right, and we move on to Guido Rodriguez. I'll be honest, I actually thought he was pretty good today, and I'll tell you why. This man is a different player when we sit in a block. He's a different type of player, in my opinion.
Right.
When there's a bit of organization, right, in the defending, and the ball is in front of him in that block, I actually think he's quite decent. But when we're just playing like free flowing football and we're getting countered endlessly all over the place,
Yeah.
he's not great to have in there. Let's be honest. But I do find his defensive work a lot better and steadier when we do get in a block sometimes, if that makes sense. So for me, and I thought his passing was decent. I thought he kept the ball well today, but again, I don't know if it's something to rave about, if I'm being honest.
I know what you're saying. But I just look at him. He does one thing good, which is like being that sort of strong defensive midfielder. But everything else is pretty average, if I'm being honest. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. When you've got no help from your midfield, you've got a left winger that's not doing nothing.
That is not really helping at all either. Like,
yeah,
Soler does really nothing. But I mean, credit to Rodriguez: 3 clearances, an interception, 9 defensive actions, 8 ball recoveries, 5 out of 8 in his duels.
Yeah,
85% pass accuracy. I thought he was decent today, but again, I don't know if I put him on the same level as Wan-Bissaka today, if I'm being honest. Me personally, I think I'd give Rodriguez a strong 6. I didn't think at any point today he was a weak link, but I want to see more of this. I want to see more defending in a block with Rodriguez, because I do think he is pretty good when we're in a block and you can use him to his strengths. We all know he's got a great first touch. He's a good passer of the ball. He can play within the small triangles, building out from the back. But when you're trying to do all this stuff in the midfield and be free flowing, we're screwed when we get countered, because he's not fast enough to get back. But when the ball's in front of him and he's with a unit, he's within a unit to defend, I think the best comes out of him in his defensive qualities. So that's just my opinion. So I'm going with a strong 6.
I'm going to agree with you with a strong 6. I don't think he was a 5. I don't think he was just a 6. I'm going to go for a strong 6. I think, as I say, he does things steady, but he's just, I don't even think he should be starting, really. But we haven't got no one else who can do the job. So, yeah, make mine short and sweet. Strong 6, decent-ish performance from him, especially in the second half. It comes this man.
We got Lucas Paqueta next.
I don't even know. I don't even know where to fucking begin, mate.
I really don't know how to like say this elegantly, but I'll say this: he was not good today, but I didn't think he was as bad as what he's been. He wasn't good, but this is, again, bad is bad. But I didn't think he was as bad as some of the previous matches, which was borderline horrific in my opinion. But still, not great today. Again, I don't think. And again, he really doesn't have a leg to stand on, let's be honest, because he's been poor all season. But again, like, the tactics today were really weird. He kept going in and out between left mid, like out wide and in the middle. He didn't really find himself anywhere, and he had Carlos Soler to work off of, so and he wasn't great either. But again, when I saw the lineup today and I seen Soler and Paqueta in there, I had a bit of hope that he would be out wide today or in a wider role, and Soler would maybe be in the middle. But it didn't really happen to the extent that I thought it would. So, and then again, like his yellow card is just absolutely ridiculous. Like he just really does not help himself, does he? Like that yellow card is so stupid.
I think it's a bad decision from the ref though. It's a bit soft.
I don't think so, really, because I like to stay consistent. When that happens to us, I get so mad, and I hate when players don't get carded. So when he did it, I was fuming. I just think it's stupid. And I know maybe he didn't hear the whistle, sure, but again, it's stupid in my opinion.
Lucky. He's lucky not to get sent off today. Also, like he gets a yellow card. He does 2 niggly fouls, and basically Lopetegui had no choice other than subbing him at halftime to a point, because if he carries on, he would have got sent off. What are you rating him, Lucas? Before I rate, I can give you my rating if you want.
A 4, a high 4.
It ain't gonna be an high 4. I'm giving him a 4 out of 10. The man, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like we've lost the man we signed to a point.
Yeah.
I really do, and it's so sad to see. I don't know what it is with him. Yeah, whether it's the case with the gambling, whether it's him as a person, whether the system. I don't know. But what we have lost a good player, because he is not playing like the Lucas Paqueta we signed from Lyon.
And he's in my estimation. I don't really give up on people. I don't give up on people. I don't give up on players, really. That's not in me. But he really doesn't have. I think he's lost his amount of chances, but you could argue he hasn't because Lopetegui keeps starting him, right? But seriously, the last leg that this man can possibly stand on is that we haven't played him out wide on the left for a whole 90 minutes. That's the last thing I want to see. I want to see Lucas Paqueta out on the left with Emerson for a whole 90 minutes, because that really, for me, that's like the last hope I have.
Let me put this to you,
because he just hasn't been good. He's been bad this season.
Yeah, but let me put this to you. Who would you rather have on the left right now for Forest? Lucas Paqueta or Crescencio Summerville?
It all depends, because you could make the argument that Soler might be in there as well. And if you're asking me, I think I'd still rather play Lucas Paqueta than Carlos Soler, and that's bad. That's not good. But then again, why is Thomas Soucek not starting? Why is he coming on in the second half? There's a bunch of questions that still need to be asked. But yeah, again, I would have liked to see Summerville start today, but that's only if Paqueta was playing in the middle. But again, with the lineup, I didn't know what to expect. So Paqueta gets a 4 for me, and like I said, really the last hope I have with him for him to come back to life is to play him consistently out on the left, which I don't know how that's going to happen with Kudus and Summerville. Just it's weird.
Shout out to Brozovic there, yeah. Paqueta has left the football before the football.
That is how I feel, and I probably am coping with Paqueta a bit, because we all know the talent he possesses, but right now he is just a mystery. This guy.
Yeah, 4 out of 10 for me. High 4 for Lucas. Let's come to this man, the cardio king.
This one's quick for me. Everyone, you know when everyone used to just rip Soucek a new one about he covers all this ground, but he does nothing with it. Wow. Carlos Soler.
I'll tell you what. This is it. This is him.
You know what?
Fucking running around everywhere like nothing.
The thing that really made me so mad today is we won the ball back and we played it out from the back. Guido Rodriguez received the ball, I'm pretty sure. And he played a decent pass to Soler, who takes one of the worst touches of all time, which could have started a legitimate rare counterattack for us.
Yeah.
Like a quality one. And his touch, my God, I don't even see the flare, Brazo, cousin Braz.
Yeah.
I don't even see it. I don't know what I'm seeing out there.
I don't
Again,
know.
the disrespect that Soucek got for running around and all that, Carlos Soler, I don't know what he offers. And the fact that he was the wide man today. I think we were playing a bit of a 4-2-3-1. We kept going in between like a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-3-3. The fact that Carlos Soler was out wide doing that job,
it's fucking embarrassing though, mate. It's embarrassing.
Again, I'm criticizing him, but I want him to be good. I want all these players to be good, but wow.
Before I get to your, you're saying 4. Fuck me. I'm going lower than that. I'm giving him a 2, mate. He was fucking shit. I'm not going to lie. What did he do that benefited us in that first half? Didn't create nothing. All he does is run. Just a running man. Do you know what I mean? If I want someone to run around the Olympic Stadium, I'll ring up Usain Bolt and say, "Come on, son, get round the Olympic Stadium."
You know what's bad? This man had 19 touches as a midfielder. For the profile that he's supposed to offer us, that ain't good enough, son. But again, some of it is his fault, some of it's not. But my word. All
2 out of 10 for me.
Let's move on to Jared Bowen, goal scorer, penalty. Terrible decision by the referee, in my opinion. But world-class penalty that was. No one in the world saving that. But Jared Bowen today, I thought he was decent. Again, a bit of a weird one because I don't think him and Wan-Bissaka are a terrible, let's say, partnership. But I'm not a fan of Wan-Bissaka getting the touches in the important areas. And I just do not know if that's like a Lopetegui thing or I don't know. But Jared Bowen, I thought, was all right today. The goal does help him a lot. I'll probably give him just a 7, but he wasn't bad today. I thought he was okay.
I thought first half he was non-existent to a point, mate. But then they all was. So I can't dig them all out without digging him out. I thought the penalty is a great penalty under pressure. Yeah, considering he knows that we need a result. He's the captain, and he fucking buries that penalty like he didn't even hesitate. Do you know what I mean? Now, I remember Bowen before taking penalties, and he used to. I was a bit nervous when he was stepping up because he's a bit shaky on pens to a point. But he made sure he hammered that one straight in the back of the net. I thought second half, I thought he was excellent. I thought he was running. He was trying to make things happen. He was getting fouls. There was a few times today where Bowen would get the ball and he was too long on the ball. When he needs to get the ball and then spray it out wide to Crescencio Summerville. But in the second half, I'm going to give him his flowers on this one. He scored the goal that won us the game. And I thought he made an impact in the second half. First half, non-existent. So for that, I will give him just a 7 for me.
All right, this one is going to be a quick one for me personally. We move on to Michail Antonio. I thought he was all right today, but I'll be honest, seeing him on the wing nowadays, and even last season, it does annoy me because he I know why he gets out there sometimes, and sometimes I do agree with why and how he ends up out there. But it's a bit more annoying when it's kind of the same with Wan-Bissaka, right? Like, I don't want to see Antonio crossing the ball, and he needs to be in the box because he is our threat when Soucek isn't in there, right? But I thought he worked hard today. I thought he was okay. And again, I thought DeLitt was decent today as well. Lissandra was okay. So it's not like he had the easiest day going, you know? So really the only thing that annoys me is when he ends up out on the wing and he's putting in crosses and stuff like that. That's not really my favorite thing to see. But again, I thought he was all right today.
Shout out to Dan. Dan's had a winner today on and off the pitch. Another member of the channel. There you go. Evening, James, bro. What a result today. Got odds of 3.5 to 1. at half time for us to win. Full time, not telling the missus how much I won, bro. Fair play, mate.
Oh, shout out to the fat man and the members. They ate big tonight, and they're gonna eat good for the rest of the week.
I tell you what, mate. I'm eating good for the next month, mate. 100%.
Hey,
I've had it right off tonight.
Don't go spend those winnings in one place. Save a bit of money, eh?
Yeah, 100%.
Be a bit financially smart. But for me, Antonio, I'm gonna give him a high five for his efforts. Again, not fantastic today, but I thought he worked hard. Thought he was all right.
I am going to say with Antonio, first half, didn't hold the ball up enough wide, crossing balls into really no one when he should be in the box, which is a pain in the arse. He got subbed on the 70th minute. I'm going to give him a high five. Probably a high five, mate. Like, I don't think he done enough to warrant a 6. I think it was just he was there, but he didn't really make a lot of impact to a point. So yeah, high five for me.
All right, we move on to the substitutions. We had Todibo, Soucek, and Summerville all on at halftime, but we'll start with Todibo. I'll go first. I thought he came on, done his job. Not fantastic, but he was solid. He didn't really... Again, with me, with a defender, I don't need any wow factor. I need you to do your job, be solid. And he was. And he was part of that little stand at the end, really, when Wan-Bissaka made that really good tackle. He was there as well. And to be honest, I think he might have ended up making the tackle possibly if Wan-Bissaka didn't. But who knows? Of course, hindsight's beautiful. But Todibo, solid when he come on, and crucial in us winning to a point. So I will give him I'll give him a 6.
I'm going to go a bit higher. I'm giving him a high 6. He's close to a 7 with him. I thought he was excellent second half. I really did. Yeah. Amount of times that he went one-on-one with their striker and one of their attackers, whether it was Garnacho or was it Hoyland, is it?
Yeah.
I'll be real. I thought he was just fucking superb. And I felt comfortable when he was at the back. I don't know why. I just look at him when it's one-on-one with a player. I think he's pretty decent. Listen, last weekend when he was up against Son, I don't think he knew how to handle Son, but he knew how to handle the defenders today, and I thought he was good. I thought he made Kilman play better in the second half, which was a very good thing. So yeah, I'll give him a high 6, close to a 7, but just not quite.
All right, we move on to everyone's favorite midfielder, Mr. Thomas Soucek.
Yeah.
Mate, I'll be honest with you, right?
He deserves credit. He deserves credit tonight.
I don't understand the phasing out of this guy, or people like trying to phase him out. He proves time and time again the balance he brings to this midfield, and he's exactly the type of guy you want for a match like this, especially towards the end. So a bit of credit that I guess he did come on in the second half, and it proved. Like, we played a lot better. Again, we didn't play amazing, but in terms of the first half to second half, we looked a lot better. He missed 18 for 21 in his passes, 86%. What else? We got 4 clearances, 3 of them headed, 2 interceptions, 6 defensive actions, 3 ball recoveries, won 5 out of his 6 aerial duels.
He was everywhere in that last stand. He was throwing his body everywhere. He was getting his head on everything. And I do agree with you on this. I do. I think this geezer, for what he's done at West Ham, and people will say the same about Antonio to a point, but the same goes to Thomas Soucek to a point. He comes on, he gives it everything. Like, you've got someone who cares. Like, and when you've got someone who cares, and if someone can tell me what Carlos Soler done today and what Thomas Soucek done today, it's fucking night and day, really. At the pair of them.
Again, he brings the balance in the best way. I get it. We all get it. We know his limitations. We know he's not the prettiest on the ball. We all know his range of passing is not the greatest, but he literally he logs the miles. He has the heart and style of a warrior. He bleeds for the club, and he will die for the club, I'm sure. He needs to be starting every single match, in my opinion, unless it's a very peculiar matchup where we're going to have a ton of possession or something. But he should be starting almost every single match for me. Definitely over Carlos Soler.
I agree with
So
that comment. I agree with that comment from Ray.
he doesn't.
I don't think he has a clue what his midfield is at the minute. Do you know what I mean? I really don't. So he keeps mucking about and pouncing about with it. What are you rating Soucek, Lucas?
I'm not kidding. I'm giving him a 7. I thought he was brilliant when he came on, and he was so important to why we won.
I'm going to go with you on that. 7 out of 10. As I say, in that last stand, in that last sort of 12 minutes, once we got the goal, go back and watch him. He's fucking everywhere, the geezer. He's throwing his head everywhere. He's a voice in there. He really was. I thought he was superb.
Let's move on to the man of the hour, Fever. Fever had a bet on him, and nothing's better than when you put money on the boy. They score and you win in the process. So congrats to Fever. Unfortunately, I was not able to put money on Thomas Soucek to score because he didn't start. So thank you, J-Lo. But Crescencio Summerville, the man of the hour, gets his first goal for West Ham, and a good and crucial goal it was. I thought he was good today when he came on. I was very impressed with the positioning of when he scored the goal, because it's hard to, because let's be honest, Danny Ings, that's hardly an assist. He scuffs the shot incredibly badly, but it's tough to read and be in that position, in my opinion, especially because you don't know that he's going to scuff that ball that bad, and he ends up getting a toe on it at the back post, and he scores. And what a goal it was! And I did not know who he was going to celebrate with at first, and then I found out it was Kudus. The celebration a little bit over the top, but you know what? Who cares? I'm happy for him that he scored, and hopefully we see him start next week instead of Soler or someone else. But I'm very happy for Crescencio Summerville. For me, I've been rambling on about him, but I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I will give him, I'll give him my honorary man of the match. I'm happy for him. Debut goal. Beautiful stuff.
For me, Cry is the guy. Yeah, as simple as that. Well done, Crescencio Summerville, for biding your time and getting yourself.
God, please stop calling him Jimmy. It's dead. That's dead.
It's dead food. Yeah,
it's dead.
Crescencio Summerville has arrived. Yeah, I told everyone who's a member, get on him. He's going to score today. I even put it on Twitter. I said, listen, he's going to score today, right? I just knew this geezer is going to come into his own. He's a very good player who we've signed. Yeah, Leeds, he was a good player. He's going to be a great player for us. I think the goal is excellent. I think his impact was brilliant when he came on the pitch.
Work rate, phenomenal today as well. There was that one action he had. The ball was played way past him, and he was closing down Delo, and he won it off him when Delo clearly and easily should have won it, but he won it back somehow. And those are the type of moments where, like, when I watch a match, I'm like standing up and stuff, and right there I was like, go on, son, go on.
Yeah, listen, all I'm going to say is this, is that he made an impact. He made a difference when he come on the pitch. What I like about Crescencio Summerville, he's got the like the Lingard effect to a point. He picks the ball up and he carries it. He's a ball carrier, and that's what we need at West Ham. We need ball carriers. If we're going to play this sort of style, when we're in trouble, we need someone just to pass the ball to him and then get us up the pitch.
Put in some decent crosses today as well. He put in a decent one to Soucek. Yeah, a tough touch that Soucek brought down pretty well, but kind of hard to score from it. But I was so happy with him today.
Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8. I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. He's my man in the match. He's helped us out today, on and off the pitch. I think he deserves a bit of respect. When people are saying about he's like, is he the new Ben Rama? Fucking get in the bin, please, for fuck's sake. He's not the new Ben Rama. He's the new Crescencio Summerville, and he's going to be a fucking gem. The only thing that Lopetegui done right today was put him on the left, but we'll get to him in a minute. So yeah,
and I think the more he plays, the more he'll adapt to the strength of Premier League defenders. Because for me, that's really one of the last things he's missing, besides maybe like that final ball in terms of a pass. But really, that's not like the type of player he is. But again, very happy for him. Man of the match from both of us. We go into Danny Ings. He comes on in the 71st minute. Short and sweet for me. I'll give Danny Ings a 6. Even I was going to give him a 6 without that bit of a fluke of an assist. But with the assist, I'll give him a 6. I thought he was all right when he came on. He is what he is, right? He's a fox in the box. He's gonna be in correct positions more times than not. But you depend on the quality in that point in time as well. And you know what? Danny Ings, he came on, was not bad. So I'll give him a 6.
I'll give him a 6 and all. You got to be honest. I know it's a scuff shot, but the scuff shot goes in the path of Crescencio, and he gets the goal. You've got to give him some credit for getting the ball in the penalty box, even if it's not a pen.
Good touch as well.
Good touch. He gets the pen. So yeah, I'll give him a mid 6 for me. Make it short and sweet.
And Cresswell, he came on in the 90th minute, but my God, 12 minutes of added time, about 13 and a half. So we're gonna have to rate him. He played a decent amount. Yeah, I mean, came on, yellow card for time wasting, but
I loved it. Did you see what he done? He held the ball. He was like, just a classic yellow card bet that was. You know what I mean? As soon as he gets on, listen, little tip for you, yeah. Anytime West Ham are in that situation and you see Cresswell or who's the other one, there's someone else. It comes to me later on. Player comes on like that. Yeah, get on them to get booked straight away.
Yellow card. I'll give Cresswell a 5 for his cameo.
I'm gonna give him. I'll give him a 6. I think the yellow cards he was trying to slow the game down, and he was trying to frustrate him, which I rate. Like we've got to play the dark arts, and we did. So yeah, 6 out of 10.
And now we move on to the referee. Wow. Short and sweet for me. -5 out of 10. Should be in prison. Walking out the LS today. Him and his linos should be in federal prison, in my opinion. Absolutely horrendous today. And again, I don't understand the whole offsides thing. In terms of getting the offsides correct today, the linos were good. But my God, why do they have to wait 5 minutes after the action to flag it? It just doesn't make sense. Again, I don't know if that's an FA or just a Premier League thing that they want them to do, but my God, is it annoying. And then the official today, just him alone. Wow. Bad, horrendous, disgusting. The penalty, never a pen. Let's be honest with ourselves. We could be happy that it happened and we won, but we're all football fans at the end of the day. That's just a horrific penalty. And again, it was it was a bit of a win-lose for me because they go to the monitor, right? And we all know when the referee goes to the monitor, more times than not, I would say about 95%, they're going to give it. But you know that 5%, you just know, like, the one time they go to the monitor for West Ham, they're going to change it. That's all I can think about. But they didn't. Referee's a disgrace. Again, cheers for the penalty. But yeah, it's a disgrace. He was horrific today. -10 jail time.
For me, it's a bit mixed with me because I think the Lucas Paqueta thing, he could have sent him off in the first half. Like there was like the yellow card that Lucas got, and there was the 2 fouls that he if he really wanted to be a prick, he could have sent him off.
Yeah.
I think the penalty's never a pen. I'm going to be honest, as a West Ham fan, right? I've got to be ultimately honest here. It's not a pen. And I don't know why VAR called it to the referee's attention for him to change it like that. But I'm going to accept it because we needed something today. Yeah, we needed something to fall in our sort of grasp to a point. There was a few yellow cards where I looked at it. I think it was someone who got yellow. Crescencio got booked for taking his shirt off, which is embarrassing itself. But there was another foul. I can't remember who it was, but it was a foul and it wasn't given, and I was going mad. But nevertheless, I just thought he was shit. So I'll give him a standard 3 for me. Do you know what I'm saying?
All right, and we move on to the final rating of the day, Julian Lopetegui. I don't really have a big dissertation on him, to be honest. I'll break it down. Yeah, you can. I'll save you for last. Mine will be. I'll try to keep mine short and sweet. So basically, lineup comes out. The lineup wasn't great with what people were expecting, but I held on to a little bit of hope that possibly Paqueta would be the left-sided wide player, maybe left winger, left mid, whatever you want to call it. I thought
Right.
there was potential he could be playing out wide, and then it was a midfield three of Soler, Guido, and Alvarez. But quickly, was I wrong? Or not quickly, because, again, Paqueta was out on the left sometimes. I wouldn't say he was jumping in and out of wide to middle, but there were a few moments where it was presented as such that he may be out on the left. But it just, that in itself, that didn't work out. We could all tell from the first half. So starting lineup for me probably gets like a 4 out of 10. 5 probably 4 out of 10 for me. And then second half, he brings on Soucek, Summerville, and Todibo, arguably 3 players that should be starting. So he corrects his mistake tactically and lineup wise in the second half, and we go on to win the match regardless of how fluke the penalty was. And we did look better second half. So again, for me, it's yin and yang. It's 1 minus 1. It's even. So
yeah.
Again, he deserves credit for fixing his mistake, but he also deserves criticism for the lineup in which he put out today and the tactics we played first half. So, but at the end of the day, I'd rather someone fix their mistake than not.
Shouldn't be in that situation in the first place.
Yes, you can say that. So for me, I'd probably give Lopetegui. Again, I know the penalty is very fortunate, but at the end of the day, we did pick up 3 points. I'll probably give him a 5.
Right. I've got to break this down. I really have. Yeah. The lineup is a pile of shit. Simple as that. Yeah, it made no sense. Soler, why is sense?
And you know what? I may switch it to a high 5 because he did make I wouldn't call it bold, but switching your goalkeeper suddenly like that, even though Areola has had a bit of a rough patch, that's never like an easy thing to do. You know what I mean? So he gets a little bit more of that from me. I'm still sticking with a 5, but a little bit of credit there too, I guess. I don't know.
Right. The lineup shit. It made no sense. And it proved it in the first half. We had players running around, didn't know what they was doing. We had no way of building up. It was getting done consistently. Balls over the top, down the sides. And let's have it right. Let's be real. Manchester United wasted X amount of chances in this game, and they should have buried us in the first half. Yeah. Him changing it at half time, I can't give him credit for, because he should have seen that at the start of the game. And bringing on 3 good players that he's got, because he's got a good bench, doesn't really warrant that to a point. Second half, we come out. Yes, we have a go, but we had to have a go because we were so shit in the first half. We couldn't be any worse.
We're fortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So now the goal that won us the game, the penalty, this game really would have probably filtered out into a draw. Yeah. Once we got in ahead, I didn't feel like West Ham was going to go and concede to, especially in the second half. Right. I can't get excited, and I can't give this geezer any praise tonight, mate. I really can't. I can't sit and praise Lopetegui tonight because I'll be lying to myself.
I don't think he deserves praise at all, but it's obvious he got it wrong in the first half, but he corrected it second half, and I think it's fair though.
Yeah.
To say that he wrote his wrong, and it paid off to a point, but. Again, I think you can criticize someone, but point out what they did well at the same time without praising someone. So I'm giving them credit where it's due, but also criticism where something has to be said. And it's hard for me to like really go anything lower or higher than a 5, because for me, if we drew,
yeah,
I'd probably go lower because we went 1-0 up. And we were a bit lucky with some chances. And if we lost, it probably would have gone lower as well because we still weren't great today. But
the problem is, hold on. The problem is I I can't give him praise for 45 minutes when the game's 90 minutes, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if I'm going to sit there, I might also just say, well, that 45 minutes was good.
Yeah, but
right?
we do the same with players though, and we rate them according to that. Like for
Yeah,
example, for example, Max Kilman wasn't fantastic in the first half, but he had a better second half, and that evens out to a 6,
yeah,
which is an average rating. You know what I mean?
but Carlos Soler over Summerville makes no sense.
No,
Like,
I agree that that was a terrible thing to do in my opinion, but he at least corrected that mistake. And would you rather have someone keep making a mistake and you just let it prolong, or would you rather have someone nip it in the bud?
see,
And he does that, which you'd rather have, correct? I'm not saying it's right,
I know
but
what
at the
you're
end of the
saying. Yeah,
day, you'd rather have someone that's willing to correct a mistake rather than stay stubborn and try to.
I get that totally, but this man is blessed to have a good bench. He's blessed to have a good. He's blessed to have Thomas Soucek on the bench, Todibo on the bench, Crescencio Summerville on the
I
bench.
agree.
Like, if he's got
and he's using them, which he should be.
fucking hell, Lucas.
I mean, to be fair, they should be starting, but if you got him, use him, and he is, but that still doesn't excuse that really poor lineup.
I agree on that. Right.
So that's why I'm giving him a 5, a very average rating, or below average on my rankings. But
I'm going to break it down into, as I say, into 2 sections. First half gets a 0, fucking 0. Like, I'm going to be honest, there was nothing positive about that first half, and we should have been destroyed. Second half, I'm giving it a 7, right? Because I thought we come out, we had a right good go. Yeah, we get ahead, and then we go back into our shells again. Now, you've got to give Man United some credit. They go 1-0 down, they throw everything at us. But after that, right, the penalty covers up the performance to a point. Yeah, it does. Yeah. If we would have won that game 2-1 and we would have scored a couple of goals, United would have come back with a goal and we would have seen that 2-1. I'd have gone, all right, fair enough. I can see something. But we've nicked the result of them today, big time. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm over the moon with that, but I'm not going to sit here and praise Julian Lopetegui up.
You don't have
tonight.
to. And to be fair, no one is most likely. But again, in my opinion, give me a manager all day long that if he fucks it up, he fixes it to a point, rather than someone who just sticks with a heaping pile of shit.
1 or 2 times, Lucas, I would agree with you 100%. But this is about the 4th or 5th time this season that he's done this. And he keeps fucking it up from the start, and we've either got away with it or we've been destroyed. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the first time that this geezer's come out. If this was a one-off, I would agree with you. I'd go, you know what, you're 100% right, and I get it wholeheartedly.
It's just one of those, you rather be lucky than good, and he is getting lucky with
fucking
what
lucky
he's doing. But it's still, again, with me, it's the fact that he's at least doing that part, and it's just like scoring it's just like scoring. If you don't shoot, you don't score, and that's essentially what he's doing. No risk, no reward, and that to me, that's what he's doing with these halftime subs. And you're a gambling man, I'm a gambling man. Everyone out there is. You rather be lucky than good, but that does not excuse how the match was played out. We love the result. We take the result, but there's still a lot of work to do. So that's why, for me, he gets a 5.
I'm giving Lopetegui a 4 today.
Yeah, we're not too far off.
Yeah, I'll tell you the reason why I'm going to give him a 4. As I say, the lineup shit. The first half awful. The second half, the players bailed him out of trouble today. Absolute bailed him out. Yeah, we nicked the result. We end up getting a result out of nothing to a point, because at 1-1, I was thinking, come on, just hold on for a draw, and somehow we get the win. I will know more in the next 2 games with Julian Lopetegui. Yeah, I think this one's a good result in regards to the team that we're playing, but Manchester United playing on a Thursday night, coming to the LS and kicking our ass in that first 45 minutes without scoring was embarrassing. It was just simply embarrassing.
The good thing is if you would have asked anyone our next 3 matches, United at home, Forest away, Everton at home, the current state that we are in mindset, we would have been probably happy with what?
4
point,
points.
2 points. But now we can have a bit of optimism in terms of that 3-match stretch, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we should at least be able to get a point within the next 2, in my opinion. Everton at home is the one I'm looking at. Force is always a tough one away, and Chris Wood just keeps
If
firing.
we get 4 points,
I'd
out
be
of the next
happy with
2
that.
games, yeah, so would I. I would accept that and go, well, look where we was 3 games ago.
But with the players we have, I do expect a bit more. But again, we can only go off what we've seen so far this season from the tactics, the manager, and the players.
Yeah,
So,
but the only thing I will say on this is that Lopetegui has got to sort himself out, though, Lucas. Like, I mean, he's got to get this line up, right? I'm going to sort of speak in a bit of a rant here with this prick, right? Because there's going to come a time where we're going to get fucking blitzed again, yeah? Because I don't understand what he was trying to do in that first half. Well, I don't know what he was trying to do.
the tactics really just they're not. I don't see the vision right now, and who knows if I or anyone else that agrees with me will see the vision.
Yeah,
but
if
it picks up results, it picks up results. But right now, it's just really not clear, and we just move on, and we're happy with the result today.
I tell you what, our times have changed. Last year, right? This was a typical Moyes performance. Thinking a fucking win from somewhere out of nothing. Now we're so grateful for the win. Listen, I'm so grateful for the win. Yeah, and I am very, very happy with the win and the 3 points. And it's all about winning.
For other reasons as well, I know you're happy. You don't have to hear from a certain someone.
Well, yeah, but it is what it is. But it is just for me. Lopetegui's walking a thin line, mate, and he needs to sort himself out because today could have went really bad, Lucas. We could have been 4 or 5-0 down in the first half.
And this is by no means he does have a bit more room to breathe, but he's still towing the line. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree,
mate.
And
all we can do is hope we can improve on that. And again, momentum is a funny thing because this could be the one that maybe sparks something. But again, I'm not throwing all my eggs into that basket. I want to see some more before we turn that corner, and we have a long road ahead before we even approach turning corners. And whatever that corner is, in my opinion, we're still a long way from it.
I agree. It might be the start of something, but I said that last time, so I'm going to say nothing more on that until after the Everton game. Yeah, I'm going to be real. Any final thoughts from you, Lucas, before we wrap this up?
Just, I'm happy we beat the London Reds. I'm happy with the 3 points. Still a lot needs to be improved on, and I think a big positive today as well is that we picked up 3 points without Mo Kudus today. Important, and again, I'm just hoping we can propel off this because again, like I said, momentum is a funny thing, and you never know when momentum truly starts and ends. So, for all we know, this could be the start of something great. We could go on a little bit of a run before the last international break, but we could fall into the same trap that we have been all season long. We put in a shit half and then a good half, and we hope we can continue off that good second half, but it never happens. Or we have a good first half, we don't make anything of it, and then we shit ourselves second half. So, yeah, no, I agree with that. It just, I'm trying to stay hopeful and optimistic to an extent, not getting way in over my head. I'm just living in the moment today, happy with the 3 points and hoping we can build off of it. That's my final say.
My final thought is we rode our luck today, but our luck come in. For me, Lopetegui, fucking hell, mate, he must do the lottery, or he is the most blessed man in the world, because how he got in at half time 0-0, I still don't know. Like, I'm going to watch Match of the Day tonight, and I'm going to wonder how the fuck we got in at half time 0-0, but we did, right? That's one thing I will say, we did. I think Lucas Paqueta needs to be dropped straight away. I don't think he's on it. I keep saying it. People keep putting him in this team, and he's just not performing. Carlos Soler, shit. I don't understand that. And James Ward-Prowse could easily do a better job than this geezer. I'm going to be straight. But the second half, I'm going to give credit to a few players. Crescencio Summerville. This is a man who's been like left in the wilderness to a point. Ever since the Chelsea game, we had a good performance. We didn't really see him again. Didn't really see him at all. And he comes on today. He has a point to prove, and he scores a good goal. So that's a good sign. I thought second half, I see a glimpse of what West Ham could be. Yeah, we looked at a completely different side in the second half, and hopefully, I'm not getting too carried away, right? But hopefully, this might be the start of something in the next two. If we can go to Nottingham Forest and not lose and beat Everton at home, if we can get 7 points minimum out of these last 3 games before the international break, I think that's a good return. And hopefully it might be the start of something. But I'm not going to get too carried away tonight, because I think we had a lot of luck and we had a lot of help from the officials and all. Yeah, on a different day, we don't get that penalty, and we might even we might have even lost the game to a point. Do you know what I'm saying? Once we got in front, I didn't feel that we was going to lose the game. So yeah, that's enough.
13 minutes of stoppage time.
Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable that was. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit notification bell. And if you want to become a member and be a winner like me and the members tonight, become a member. It's just a couple of quid, you know what I mean? And I'll chuck out some free bets on there for yous. And yeah, listen, I'll be back next week. West Ham, Nottingham Forest. We are going to the City Grounds next Saturday. Few days off, and we will see what happens there. But from me to you, I hope so, mate. I hope so, because every time we go there, we get done. But we ain't going to get done this time. We're going to get done this time. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. And I'll see you again in the next one. Peace.